Well, a wonderful Sunday mga ka-chichat. Dito po si Vivian Velez, ang inyong kakwentuhan sa inyong weekly Sunday, Chit-Chat with Double V. At sumasa inyo kami live dito sa DZRJ Radio Bandido TV. Well, for today, it's another really, really nice and exciting topic. Nagugulat ako ngayon sa mga live natin sa studio because we don't have that, I'm not able to now to share. Anyway, hi, Monj.
Hello, wonderful Sunday to you, Bibs. At sa ating mga ka-chit-chat, yes, no, bukod nga sa exciting, informative at empower din, ang mapapanood nyo today, medyo is a kind of a holy episode today, Bibs. First time.
Yes. Yes. And
Ayan.
yeah, so introduce our special guest, Mom.
Alright, sige. Kung ang mga nakaraang topic natin ay tungkol sa kababalaghan, tungkol naman sa kabanalan ang pag-uusapan natin ngayon. Ayan, makakasama natin ang isang lingkod simbahan na aktibong nagsusulong ng kanyang Women Empowerment Advocacy at iba pang adhikain sa pamamagitan ng sining, mass media at community outreach activities. Nabilang siya sa Congregation of the Sisters of St. Francis Xavier, Mary Mother of Mercy Home for the Elderly and Abandoned, at Catholic Mass Media Awards. Yan, let's welcome Sister Venus Marie Pegar. Welcome, Sister.
Hello, good afternoon po sa ating lahat. Good afternoon, Sir Raymond and Ma'am Vivian. I'm happy to be invited in your program. And I hope na magbigay tayo ng inspirasyon para sa ating mga manonood at mga nakikinig po.
Well, thank you, Sister Venus. This is going to be our first.
Yes.
Ngayon lang tayo nagka-guest, no? Ng isang madre, no? To say. And thank you so much for guesting with us this afternoon. Well, unang-unang tanong talaga, Sister. As a nun, you have chosen a unique path in life. Well, can you tell us a bit about what really, led you to become a nun?
Yeah. So, about my vocation story, it started when I was 9 years old.
Wow.
Yeah. So, actually, yung aking vocation story was featured in one television program, and pinoportray ito ni Miss 𝗄𝗵𝗁𝗶. It was 2014. So, my vocation started when I was 9 years old. And nandoon na yung seed of vocation. At the same time, of course, through the years, kailangan talaga po yung continuous discernment and prayer until such time na I was really firm to enter the congregation as a nun of the Congregation of the Sisters of St. Francis Xavier.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so what inspired you really, Sister Venus? What really inspired you is it a movie of 𝗄𝗵𝗁𝗶, as you were saying?
No, actually, my vocation and love story was featured in one of the TV programs. So, yung story ng aking vocation is andun po since the time na pinaglaban ko, since the time na naglaban ko. So, yun po yung kabuuan noon. But I think we are not allowed to mention the program.
No, it's okay.
Wala na po siya. I think ABS-CBN po.
Okay.
Yeah.
Si 𝗄𝗵𝗁𝗶 gumanap sa kanya, Bibs.
Yes.
No, because kasi it's so fascinating kasi, di ba, Monj, usually yung mga maliliit, like yung 8 years old or 7 years old or 8 years old, 9 years old, usually talagang parang parating nag-uumpisa na, gusto ko maging mad, gusto ko maging, usually, especially when you studied in a Catholic school, yung mga ganyan, because you see a lot of nuns, who's really guiding yung ating mga students dyan sa mga Catholic schools, and then it gives an inspiration to students or even young women, but then because it's fascinating in a way that it's really parang talagang a commitment na yan. Could you kindly let us get into that, share a bit of yung daily life po ng isang nun. Yung mga responsibilities, yung mga ganyan.
Yeah, in fact, yung pagpasok ko sa convent, my parents were very like hesitant to allow me kasi alam nila na sa mga gawaing bahay or kasi syempre pag madre ka nasa kumbento kayo really need to work. Parang double ata yung work namin compared to nasa outside because our work really is in a structured way. So may mga schedule, pagising mo ng maaga, and then after that, you need to have more community life. So you will be dealing with different people from different countries or different places kung i-assign ka sa different missions. So it's very challenging life, but at the same time, you can find or makita mo yung fulfillment doon sa ginagawa. Even though there is no like financial reward or whatever, parang compensation, but yung importante is yung happiness by giving ourselves to others.
Sister, para sa kaalaman din natin mga listeners and viewers, ang mga madre po ba para mga pari din na nahahati sa tatlo yata, no? Yung diocesan, missionaries, and religious, ganun din po ba ang mga madre?
Sa mga madre naman, walang diocesan. Pero, halimbawa, kung may different stages po kasi yon. Kung yung congregation is beginning pa lang, so they will undergo with the stages na parang association lang muna sila, and then tatawagin silang institution, and then magiging diocesan sila. Depends on the approval of the church. And then since yung mga nakikita natin sa paligid na maramihan na, so we are really parang approved na by the Vatican or approved by the diocese. So ang sa mga pari naman, of course, they have the very broad mission, especially yung pagbigay ng sacraments and administration of different parishes. Pero sa madre naman is we are more on mission. So mission po talaga.
Okay.
Yes, Vivian.
Go ahead, God.
Alam mo, babe, si sister kasi parang she's kind of an extraordinary servant of God, kasi bukod sa pagmamadre at mga kaakibat na trabaho nito, she's very much involved into the arts and culture, and ginagamit niya ito to further to promote her advocacy.
Yes.
So nagsimula siyang mag-painting at the age of 8, and you came from Leyte, from a family of artists.
Yes.
So with that, curious ako, sister, how do yung artistic expressions na tinatawag natin, how can it contribute ba to our spiritual journey?
Yung sa arts po? Yeah. Yung sa arts naman is really kind of expression, no? Like an inspiration that you put into concrete something, no? Like yung subject mo into painting, ay bunga po yun ng parang spiritualidad or inspiration na naramdaman ng isang tao.
Kasi I'm speechless in a way because sometimes because yung parang yung spirituality natin with the art, with our artistic inclination, di ba, sister, di ba, Monj, minsan pag artistic ka, parang it's either magiging artista ka na talaga or painter ka or things like that, no? But very few siguro, sister, no, na isang katulad mo, no, na that get into the artistic side naman.
Yeah. And I also make sure that even though I already practice my paintings when I was small, when I was young, and then when I entered the convent, I always make sure yung statement na I'm a sister first before an artist. So ano lang siya, yung prioritize lang yung lifestyle. So I give more priority on being a sister. So yung being an artist, even though nauna siya, pero I take it as the secondary. But at the same time, there were times na it is being used by the mission, or it is being used for myself, no, for my human development.
Oo.
Yeah. Sister, yung bang mga paintings mo ay ano bang usually ang iyong favorite medium?
Yeah.
Oil on canvas ba yan? And yung favorite mo mga subjects?
Yeah. Ang mga ano ko, mga oil on canvas.
Oil.
Yes, so I'm more on women. So depicting women, and in fact, I really, I feel no the presence of God during an instance in my life when I was commissioned to paint the drawings of a book na ginagamit ngayon sa UN to parang ano yon yung campaign no to end the violation against women. So doon ko naramdaman yung ito pala siguro yung purpose noon. So mostly po yung aking mga painting is more on women, more on kasi ramdam ko yung sometimes women are voiceless. So when I was commissioned to do the painting, doon ko po na realize na I think I need to improve more. I need to go on with my passion on painting, and then I made sure also na it will not disturb me from doing my mission.
Yes.
Kasi Monch, kasi di ba as a nun you have may vows po yan di ba, yung vows of poverty, chastity, yung obedience, and how do we vows yung mga nag-shape yan sa mga daily life natin, and then influence in your work, in promoting your causes.
Yeah.
Oo.
Yeah, parang siguro na ano mo, you're confused now because of course the materials and paintings are all very expensive. So what I did is during my formation years, I never focused on painting. So I focused on my human development. Tapos yung hanggang sa finally professed na ako sa congregation, I got the first materials from the basura lang ng aking brother because he's also an artist. So artist po yung brother ko. So one time when I went to his house in Cebu, so I saw some of his unused paintings, brushes. So ano ko yon, yung dinala ko dito sa Maynila, and then I started painting, and then my brother told me, you just paint, maybe someone will, you just yung if someone buys your painting, then you can reproduce. I mean, i-roll ko na yung pambili din ng mga materials uli. So nangyari naman yon. So ginamit ko yung basura, or hindi naman basura, yung mga leftovers na painting ng aking brother. And then nakaproduce ako ng, I think, 2 paintings, and then pinost ko sa Facebook. And then somebody immediately said, "Sister, magkano po yan?" Eh sabi ko, I never thought of that. But I just remember what my brother told me, na you just paint, and then anyway, it will just come. So I never really bought materials. I mean, I bought materials, but not to ask from someone. But yung parang nagro-roll lang siya. And then, at the same time also, it's God's grace dahil I'm in San Pedro, Laguna. So meron akong kaibigan sa municipal hall. And then she told me na naghanap sila ng parang beneficiary ng kanilang livelihood program. So pinuntahan ako, "Sister, you list down all the materials you need for your paintings." So, nung nilista ko siya, after 9 months, sinupply nila sa akin yung mga materials. So, in fact, I'm still using until now.
Wow.
So, I think that's the project of the municipal government. So, sila po yung nag-finance sa akin.
And sister, meron kayong mga naging exhibits bilang painter. I understand, meron kayong parang mga sinuportang mga exhibition and mga projects na aligned sa yung advocacy and wherein your paintings were displayed.
Yeah. Ang sa naman, nagkaroon ako ng connection with the promotion and exhibits because I got a friend na parang nasa siya ng isang association of women artists. So in fact, it's the United Women's Association of the Philippines. So ngayon, nung nag-approach sila sa akin, and ako din nagka-interest doon sa group nila, and then they included me in the group, but with so many exceptions. na hindi naman ako sumasama with their outings, hindi ako sumasama pag may mga meetings sila, but they just asked me, sister, you want to join for our exhibit? So, dinadala nila yung aking mga paintings. So, yun po ang connection doon. So, maybe God's will, no, na I was able to know them and to be friend with them. At the same time, these women also are more advocating on elderly women. So, sometimes they also come to our institution, pupunta sila dito, and then they also made this art therapy for the lolas. So, parang nagkatagpo lang yung aming mga misyon na hilig sa buhay.
Because it's also, sister, di ba, nagkikreate din to ng awareness, di ba? Oo. Kasi because if they see your painting and they'll ask who made these paintings and things like that. So it really promotes, di ba? Kahit paano, it promotes yung mga, parang it raises awareness doon sa mga issues that you care about, no?
Yes.
Oo. Meron bang ganon, sister? Merong,
yes.
Oo.
Very much. Kasi when one author from Australia, the one who authored the book, who is now in the UN, she saw me on Facebook because meron kami mutual friend. And then she approached me na she's writing a book, and then for 7 years, she's waiting for someone to paint for her book. So ngayon, she really prayed for that. And then until she saw my painting through her friend, and then she connected with me, and then nag-meet kami, and then I saw the stories of the book. And it's about giving voice to the voiceless women, yung mga traffic women. So, yung mga pieces ko doon sa book niya, I painted 22 paintings according to the 22 stories that she wrote. Real stories po yun ng mga traffic women in Cebu. But she's an Australian, no? So, that time, when I painted that example, pinabasa mo na sa akin yung story, and then I create something para magkaroon ng parang doon, painting for that story. So, alam mo yung nangyari, I painted the 22 paintings for the 22 stories, and then the 3 chapters, and the cover itself. So, na-paint ko yon, and then yung first book launching, she chose to be in Cebu. So, it was displayed in the mall, yung painting na yon, and then pinamasahian niya ako to be in Cebu. So, I went there, and then I really met the real women who is the owner of the story. And then, when they saw my painting, because it was in the lobby of the mall, so they saw my painting, may 3 doon na umiyak, and they really hugged me. Sister, we know that you are the artist of the paintings. And then, parang naano ako, sabi niya kasi, sister, how did you know na ito yung highlight ng aking buhay? So, naramdaman ko, through paintings pala, you can even somehow give the hope, no? Na even though for their situation, na there is hope. No? Even though merong kalagayan na gano'n ang nangyari sa buhay nila, but the hope is there. So, salamat siya, and then umiyak siya. So sabi ko, doon ko na naramdaman na it's not really a waste of time to paint, but it's always God. Yeah, it's always God who inspired. Kasi ang sa akin naman, ang kaibahan is, before I paint, I really went to the chapel and pray.
Yes.
Yeah, so parang I asked God, what painting do I need to paint na at least makapagbigay ng inspiration doon sa mga nakakita ng painting. So, yun po yung naramdaman ko. Very first experience talaga.
Yeah. Kasi Vibs, di ba naalala mo sa ating art history class before, ang visual arts or any art form for that matter ay pagka ginagawa mo, it requires emotion, it requires context kung saan nanggagaling at ano yung iyong ini-evoke na konteksto. At yung mga tumitingin yan ay hindi lang basta nakikita yung kulay at yung hugis ng dibuho mo, kundi mas matagal kang tumitingin, mas naiintindihan mo yung ibig niya sabihin. And yung sinasabi ni sister kanina na luha, yung mga kababaihan na tumingin sa painting niya, somehow we're able to connect, no, to the context of the artwork, and na-touch yung kanilang mga puso about the message of the painting, and in that aspect it becomes therapeutic and a healing instrument made real through her hands.
Yeah, parang it's so pure, di ba, Monj? When it comes to yung the expression, no, that you put into your work, no, sister. Pero balikan ko nga ito kasi alam ko yun sa congregation of the Sisters of St. Francis Xavier. Paano po ba yun? Yung kayo po ba ang namimili ng congregation, or it's the congregation who will pick you? Bakit yung Sisters of St. Francis Xavier?
Okay. Kasi yung halimbawa, syempre pagiging mother, isang passion po yun.
Yeah.
So of course, before yung mga teenager pa kami, we also undergo this discernment process through the help of our spiritual, like example, guidance of the priest or some nuns who really help us in discerning with our vocation. And then, nagkataon po yung aking charism, my personal charism and the charism of the congregation look like yung mission namin magkatugma. So God arranged in that way so that I will fit into the congregation. Kasi for myself, example, maybe I cannot really tell na pwede ako doon sa congregation for the deaf and mute because it's not really in my personal mission. So, meron po talagang, God really is working on that so that we will know what is really our specific vocation in life, and at the same time po saan talaga yung lugar na para sa atin. Kaya yung
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead, sister. Go ahead.
So yung sa congregation naman, I really didn't choose them, but I just saw them, and then when I talked to them, and then nagkatagpo yung aming mission, and then I said, I think this is it. So naramdaman,
matching din pala, nagmamatch. It has to match with ganun pala yon. Akala ko, there's parang kung saan yung malapit sa inyo.
yeah.
Or kung saan. But usually, hindi pala yon. So it's really more on your, what you feel, no? That what you can help out, in the congregation. In that way.
Yes.
Ano ba yung congregation of the Sisters of St. Francis Xavier? Ano ba ang kanilang mission, and ano ba ang
unique service?
Yeah.
Yung charism na tinatawag.
Yeah, yung charism. Ayun, yung pala yung word.
Yes. Parang sildam lang natin marinig yun.
Yes.
So, charism, pag tinatawag yung charism ng congregation, halimbawa, for the St. Sisters, it's more on education. Some of them more on, parang ganun. So sa amin naman is parang rooted in the Holy Trinity, no? Unity of the Holy Spirit with deep faith, and called to witness, to the gospel by being poor in spirit and in serving the most needy.
Okay.
So more on, in short naman, yung talagang we are known for the propagation of faith in the spirit of the Beatitudes. Yung naalala nyo sa Beatitudes sa Bible, 8 Beatitudes. So yung parang blessed are the meek and humble of heart, for they will obtain, para mga gano'n, no? So, sa amin naman, yung expression namin, through the mission of serving the poor.
I see. Oo. So, iba-iba pala yun, Monj. I mean, kasi sister, it is really something in the realm of, it's so different, being in service, like what you have. And tapos with spirituality and all, kasi parang talagang yung commitment, Monj, yung deep sense ng spirituality nila, tsaka yung desire to serve others.
Tsaka magkakaiba talaga sila, Vivs. Di ba, sister, yung mga Dominicans naman, if I'm not mistaken, sa education naman yata sila, no?
Education.
And then kay Mother Teresa naman, Missionaries of Charity, is they go to the rural, to the countryside, to the fringes of society to personally serve the poorest of the poor.
Yes. So, sa amin naman dito sa Philippines, we are catering the abandoned elderly here in San Pedro.
Yeah. And then nabanggit mo, sister, kanina na yung painting ay nakakatulong din in a way to become a therapy, especially for victims of violence against women. So, kayo po ba ay tumutulong din sa mga biktima to learn painting so that they can express their feelings through arts and they can, in a way, heal through painting, through making their own paintings?
Actually, it's sad to say because those ladies, they are now in Cebu.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't have really personal contact with them. But more or less, sa akin naman, since at present, I'm studying social work. So parang more on nandoon yung mga traffic women, nandoon yung mga cases na ganun. But so far naman, yung sa mga women is, they have really a specific place. No, we cannot really just let them, because of course they are kept parang for their own privacy din. So they are in one center provided by different organizations. So ang meetings ko with them is during the time lang na nag-launch kami sa Cebu, yung sa book. But I really felt their pain and yung parang hope na after all those bad experiences, they can see the light, bright light to go on with the future.
Is this sister, yung ba yun yung Mary Mother of Mercy Home?
Yes.
Oo. So, ano naman ang mission ng itong Mercy Home, Mary Mother of Mercy Home? Can you tell us something about it, sister?
So yung Mary Mother of Mercy Home for the elderly po ay tinatag po siya ng isang individual. In fact, she died two years ago. Yes, and then she really put up the institution and really chose our congregation to manage and to be in the institution. But financially, before she died, she's the one really like yung kanyang advocacy, to help the elderly women. Talagang nagpapatuloy yun through our sisters na nag-aalaga personally ng mga abandoned na lola.
Okay.
Yes, oo.
So puro mga lang to, puro mga women
Yes,
siya.
lola. Kasi
Mga
kami yung
lola.
kami papaligo. So more on lola kasi mga madre po yung magpapaligo or nag-work po dito sa Mary Mother of Mercy.
So bali yung pong grupo niyo po yung nagmamanage, nagpapatuloy nitong organization na ito at it's located in San Pedro, Laguna, right? And
Yes. So San Pedro, outside lang, boundary lang kami ng Muntinlupa and Laguna. So first town po kami. I think you are familiar with San Pedro. Malapit lang po kami dito sa Manila.
Yeah. And ilan po yung mga nito, inyong mga inaalagaan sa ngayon?
We have sa ngayon 16 lolas. 16 lolas kasi wala pa namang nag-refer sa amin ng mga lolas. Or sometimes we went around the city, some lolas they don't want to stay in an institution. They just want to beg. So may mga ganung kaso din.
I see. So financially, sister, sino ang tumutulong sa inyong dito sa ganitong activities ninyo?
Naalala niyo po yung nabanggit ko, yung isang benefactor namin, siya talaga nagpatayo. So siya yung nag-support sa amin. And now she died already. Nagtaka lang kami kasi may mga tao namang pumupunta. Kaya sabi namin, God really is working. Because sabi namin, Lord, paano itong mga lola mo? Ito halagaan. So God sent so many people naman. Some of them is they give some monetary support. Some of them in kind. So mga ganun po ang nangyayari. But actually we don't advertise our institution. Yes po. Yeah, God's providence.
Oo, kasi Monch, 'di ba, kasi yan din ang mga mahirap because you have to do the maintenance and you have to, I'm sure meron silang mga yung doctors and nurses also at the
Yeah.
same
So,
time
yung
that
mga
they
mission, mga dental doc, mga medical mission.
correct. Oo.
May mga volunteers po kaming doctors.
Yun.
Yeah.
I see.
Oh.
Oo.
And actually, Vibs, na nag-gets ko si sister yung sinabi niya, they don't advertise for call for donation. Kasi
Yes.
medyo marami din tayo ngayon kasi mga pasaway na kababayan na ginagamit yung iba't ibang mga individual or organization
Correct.
para
Oo.
mang-scam ng donation sa
Correct.
iba't ibang mga tao. So iniiwasan natin yan. Kaya sa mga gusto pong tumulong, ay sadyain nyo na lamang ang
Sadyain,
kanilang
oo, kasi
lugar.
there's a place,
Yes,
there's
and
a
they
building.
they have a
wherein they
Facebook page. They have a Facebook page also. So you can directly contact them at para nakadirekta na kayo sa mga talagang kinasister para mag-donate.
Oo. And then also probably if you want to help someone, can somebody bring them and then sila na rin na magdo-donate on basta lang to make sure that they're in good hands, sister, pwede po ba yun?
Na sila na po pupunta sa amin.
Oo, and then
Yes po,
they'll
better.
provide for that person, but they just want to make sure that they're in good hands, di ba? Kasi ang hirap din pagka meron kang gustong tulungan and then you'll have to look for an institution or a place wherein you know that they're going to be safe. Di ba?
Yeah.
Parang ganyan. Oo. Oo.
So they're most welcome to visit personally our institution at iabot po nila sa mga madre and sisters who are here po.
Okay.
Vibs, I'd like to ask sister then, kasi sister, di ba, I'm sure you're familiar with our law, yung VAW, Violence Against Women and Children, and actually the state empowers these beneficiaries, these stakeholders, at mga biktima na ito para maprotektahan sila ng batas at magkaroon sila ng access sa support. And meron kasi tayo mga elderly or ating mga senior citizens na nagiging pabigat sa mga tahanan ng kanilang mga pamilya na hindi na maalagaan, minsan nagkakasakit, hindi na talaga dinadala sa ospital, hinahayaan na lang talaga mamatay, or yung mga ganung bagay, lalo na dito sa Pilipinas na although
poverty rin naman kasi, Monche, di ba? Wala rin
at saka kasi Vibs, parang in kultura kasi ng Pinoy, hindi uso yung dinadala sa home for the aged, yung mga diba, yung matatanda. So as much as possible talaga, yung kasi mga matatanda, they don't want to leave. Parang gusto nila makapiling pa rin yung kanilang pamilya hanggang pagtanda nila, and they really don't like the idea or even the logic of going to the hospice care, unlike in the States, di ba, na tama lang naman yun. So, ang problema, minsan napapabayaan sila, and there are reports na yung iba pa nga, minamaltrato. And yung mga ganun, sister, do you also involved in rescue operation para dito sa mga nagiging biktima na matatandang babae?
So ngayon po is we don't really much have contact with outside.
Yeah.
Yes po. So, may mga nababalik. So far naman, wala pa akong narinig dito sa aming institusyon o sa aming paligid. So, now then, mas maganda po yun Sir Raymond, no? Kasi very interesting din yan dahil sa aking pag-aaral ngayon ng social work, I'm assigned into the Republic Acts and the laws about elderly women. So, I'm working on that. So, thank you for reminding. Parang na-ignite din yung spirit ko, no? Really to know more about the rights of elderly and to defend them because, of course, they need to be respected and they need to be protected.
Yeah. And siguro din parang maraming mga senior citizens din natin ang they feel na pagdating nila ng certain age ay hindi na sila productive part ng society. They feel useless. They feel that lipas na sila and wala nang purpose of living, nag-aantay na lang ika nga. So parang maganda rin kasi i-propagate natin yung message that once you reach a certain age in your life, you are being repurposed by God. Na parang, kumbaga nag-retire ka na teacher or nag-retire ka na professional or whatever, meron kang panibagong yugto sa buhay mo na papasukin para magsilbi sa kapwa mo. Na baka pwede ding makatulong yung mga organizations kagaya ng kay sister, no? Na ma-empower itong mga ating senior citizens to find their new purpose in life. and feel empowered and relevant sa society na, uy, kahit pala matanda na ako, meron pa rin akong magagawa. And studies show na pag ang mga senior citizens ay active pa rin sa kanilang buhay, mas lumalakas sila at nalalayo sila sa mga sakit at mas nagiging maganda yung kanilang buhay.
Yun nga, siguro sana magkaroon din ng campaign, no? Yung parang undertaking to make a difference, in yun sa sinasabi mo nga dun sa mga lives, especially with our elderly and abandoned. Kasi yun din ang challenges, no, sa ating society, because sometimes minsan among is the poverty, di ba, that they won't be able to take care of elderly. And then it's so nice to hear na meron tayong mga ganito, sister, na dedicated for this yung ganitong klaseng projects, no, for the elderly, especially kasi sila yung pinaka
vulnerable.
Sila yung pinaka vulnerable, no? This is also the time na hindi naman na nila kaya magtrabaho. And so they're really, it's hopeless in a way na, how can they sustain themselves? And I think it's also important, sister, like mentioning kanina, na yung sa inyo, it's also important to, yung sinasabi mo, Monch, na mamimili ka rin ng institution kung saan, hindi ba? Kasi, yun nga, they're vulnerable also for abuse, di ba? Oo. So si sister kasi parang it is really parang outside of the convent wall yung mga activities din, yung hindi lang yung talagang spiritual na pagdadasal. Of course that is very important, pero outside itong mga activities ninyo, how do you cope up with that, sister? There is a thin line between that, or is it really sa congregation nyo because you need to? It is not a job, but it's parang a commitment, to help out, especially people in need, parang ganyan. So meron ka bang yung parang yung spiritual, yung usually being spiritual, di ba, Monch, talagang nagdadasal ka maghapon and less activities and stuff like that. So how do you balance this, sister?
Yeah. Yes, support naman namin is really we have that time to pray, to be in the chapel as a community, because that's important, being a sister. And then in fact there are also times that we will pray with the lolas. We also have time to have games with lolas. So in every activity that we have here, we always put God as the center of it. Na parang in every work that we are doing, it's always God who is there, Kaya magkaroon kami ng enlightenment on what activities that we will be doing with the lolas, to make sure that these activities will bring the lolas nearest to God. So we make sure for that before their final end, the example, before they will depart this world, they will feel nandoon yung God is there in their lives, even though na ganun yung sitwasyon nila. So we really make sure na yung dito sa buong compound namin, we always bring God in everyone, meet God. My God meets his God or her God. So we always make sure for that.
And Bibs, kasi nung Middle Ages, there's this, I have a favorite quotation or saying. It says, to work is to pray. So meaning to say, when you do your work, nagsisipag ka, you're passionate about what you do in service of others, it's also a form of prayer. It's like you're already praying kasi you're doing it in the name of God in the service of others. So si sister, yung kanilang ginagawa na nasabi mo kanina na outside the convent, yung mga non-traditional approaches na ganyan, na they're very busy conducting outreach projects and they go out, they go to mass media, they sing, they play instruments, they paint. For me, parang siyang form of prayer na rin siya kasi parang you glorify God-given talents in the service of others, and it raises awareness, sabi mo nga, about the causes that they advocate.
Yes po, that's correct.
Mm-mm. Well, you know, ano naman, sister, I know how rewarding it is, no? Pero ikaw sa experience mo, sister, yung working with the elderly and abandoned, how does it affect you?
You know, when I look at my journey that I end up here working with the Lolas, actually, I really feel that God is arranging it because I grow up with 3 single Lolas.
Oh, okay. May experience.
Yes, so I grow up because these 3 single Lolas, they are the sisters of my grandmother. So my
Okay.
grandmother, so my mother is the eldest. So nandoon po talaga sila sa amin. So through that, sabi ko, ay oo nga, parang wala na yung effort na parang I just treat them as my lolas. I even put the makeup.
Oh my God.
Like a form of art also, no? So
Yes.
I put the makeup, I mean manicure, pedicure, especially if free time. So tuwang-tuwa naman ang mga lolas. So for me is they really help me also to be more patient, I guess, no? Kasi syempre you need to deal with them na minsan nakakalimutan na or minsan kaya parang meron na kaming parang bonding na with them.
Yes.
I just don't treat them as a patient, but I treat them as really my own grandmothers. So, we need to change their diaper. We need to tell them na, pag-uwi ka doon ha. So, we need to really treat them as really a person, no? Something that is not still important, no? Important. Their existence is still important. So, we really make sure for that. And personally, nakita ko yung journey ko that God really is arranging everything. I was with my grandparents when I was young, and then now I'm already a little old. I'm still with
Little lang, little.
So, yun.
This is kind of like controversial question, Monch, but I need to ask Sister Venus. Hindi naman masyado controversial. But, you know, I mean, being now, for many years as being a nun, minsan ba, because mahirap din, di ba, sister, yung trabaho nyo, lalo na ngayon that, you know, yung inyong congregation or itong Mary Mother of Mercy home, kasi nga, mga lolas, and really service for them without any gain, without, it's not, you know, for financial or anything like that. Sumagi ba sa isip mo minsan, Sister Venus, na parang ayoko na yata madre? parang
Mga challenges.
Hindi, kasi may mga challenges, di ba, Monch? And then, syempre, human being lang naman si Sister Venus. And, well, was there any time at all, you know, because of the challenges that you face sometimes?
So when I was new sister, really naramdaman ko yung hindi naman na I want to go out, but God really is testing me. So in fact, that is the ending of the MMK. So it was portrayed there, yung story na yon when my former boyfriend, he went to the convent and really asked me to go out so that we will marry. So, but I was able to say no, yes, I love you, but I love God more than anything.
Wow.
So, kaya minsan pag dumating I was still young at that time. So, pag dumating yung time na yon, I even tell myself, I even resist that the not even temptation, but the real, the real temptation really is there.
Reality of life, sister.
Yes. So I said, I think that was really the most parang nag-ano ako doon, yung parang, oh my God, there's the very peak testing point that God really gives me. So yung other things naman na dumadaan, parang ano na lang yun, that's normal, parang ganun lang. Makakita ka ng ganito, that's normal. And at the same time, na-picture out ko kaagad, sabi ko sa akin spiritual director, Father, why is it that every time I saw, ang gwapo naman, parang ganun, no? Every time I saw, ang yaman naman, parang ganun. But at the end, yung na-picture out ko is yung ating skull, ano mo yun? skull, yung sa Tagalog, saya kasi.
Skull. Okay.
Yung bungo.
Bungo.
Yes. So I picture out with that. Ang gwapo naman niya or ang ganda naman. Pakiramdam ko rin na, lilipas din yon at the end of the day. We always go there. We always, the end point is there. So what I will do now in my journey is to really make a point na I will end na God is there waiting for me. Parang gano'n, no? But I'm not saying that married life is a very, very important vocation. Married life is a
Vocation.
Yes, kasi without married life, without the family, so they cannot produce sisters and priests. So we really support that. But we have different vocations in life. Look like going to Manila. Manila is there, but we have different roads. Through married life, going to God, through single blessedness, going to God, and through being a sister and being a priest, going to God. So we have different roles. Kaya hindi naman lahat pwedeng magmadre. Hindi naman lahat pwedeng magpari. Hindi naman lahat pwedeng mag-asawa. So,
Actually, sundan ko yung question mo, Bibs, kasi it's very interesting din to discuss kung ano ba yung tinatawag na calling na yan, kung kailan dumadating yan sa buhay ng tao at kung paano mo siya nararamdaman. Dahil tama si sister, hindi naman para sa lahat ang pagpapari at pagmamadre at pinipili yan and hindi naman siya for someone to say na, uy, itatry ko. Tapos and then pag ayoko, aalis ako. Hindi ba? Lalo na yung mga parang feeling nila, they think na they can serve the church kasi parang trip-trip lang or parang nabobore sila. Paano ba yung sister? How do you feel the calling? And parang ano yung mga manifestation that you are being called by God to serve the church, either as a priest or a nun? And sabi mo nga na may mga challenges na normal naman na pagdadaanan talaga yan and it takes mental fortitude na pinagpipray para malagpasan mo. Pero ano nga ba yung calling na tinatawag and how does it manifest in somebody's life?
Yeah, that's a very good question. Very challenging question, but I need to explain well. Actually, I'm very fortunate because in our congregation, I'm also the vocation directress of the congregation. So it means I'm dealing with those who wants to be a sister on how to discern with their vocation in life, especially those young generations. So on my part naman is parang inihawig ko rin siya sa aking experience. On how I experienced when I was young like them, na naramdaman mo yung kahit sino naman, minsan naramdaman mo sa buhay yung restless, or minsan yung sinabi ni Saint Augustine na my heart is restless until it rests in the Lord. Na minsan the society will not think that you will go on with that kind of life, but it's only you who knows that you feel and experience happiness. So, the important is parang kung maramdaman mo yung disturbance, we really need to be quiet or to be in the Blessed Sacrament and to spend more silent time with God. Because through that, you will really feel the peacefulness and you will feel that God is telling me something to do this because it gives happiness to my life. So, yung point na yun. Kasi lahat naman, minsan may mga, di ba, may mga tao tayo na, artista siya, pero bakit niya piniling maging madre? Siya lang ang nakakaalam eh. But it's against the parang stereotype ng society.
Stereotype.
So, uy, madre, artista yan siya, bakit nagmadre na siya ngayon? So, of course, yung tao lang na nakaramdam ng restlessness, nakaramdam din ng peacefulness when she or he let God enter into his life or into her life in her mission in life.
Para si ano yata yun, correct ba yan, sister? Si Chin Gutierrez?
Yes.
Actually, I heard Chin is not really a sister like a vowed sister, but meron pong tinatawag ni lay missionary. Like they are living in their own house, but at the same time, they have their vow together with the sisters. For them naman, it's a promise. But I don't know, I'm not so sure if what really is her status, but I just heard that, of course, in a congregation, there are also some lay people who prayed with the sisters with veil, but for them, they are the like third order.
I see.
So they have their promise, so they need to renew their promise every year. But for us, we have the vow that we promise for whole life.
Mm.
Yes po. So I heard I'm not so clear, but I heard she's in the third order of congregation. Pero yung Mother General po namin, she was really a singer in her country. And then now, she chose to be a sister. Parang kasi po yung aming congregation is originated in Myanmar. Formerly
I see.
Burma. Yeah, so she was an actress and a singer before.
Oh.
Then she entered the congregation, and after how many years in the congregation, she is now the elected superior general of our congregation.
Ah.
So you cannot really sure, no? Kasi yung status niya is parang kung sa atin pa kay Sharon.
I see. Wow.
Yes. In
So,
fact, so parang mysterious, really God, really parang kumikilos sa buhay ng bawat isa in a very mysterious ways.
And actually, Vibs, alam mo, malaking bagay din na na-liberalize in a way, yung ating simbahan after the Vatican II Council na ginawa pinangunahan ni Pope St. John the 23rd, tinapos ni Pope St. Paul VI. At in a way, ang mga kaparian at mga kamadrihan ay hindi na ganun talaga. Parang, di ba sister, parang mas naging open siya sa flock, sa mga lay people, sa mga tao na kagaya ninyo, hindi lang talaga strictly iisa yung ginagawa, kundi you're able to do all this stuff that you're doing, yung arts and culture na in the past medyo may pagka-unthinkable, pero ngayon parang marami yung mga tao kayo natutulungan through many means outside your nakaugalian ng mga pamamaraan. And in a way, ninalala ko kasi Vibs yung pelikulang Sister 𝗖𝗵𝗶. So di ba parang yun yung ang ganda kasi na mensahe noon parang ang ultimate goal naman talaga ng simbahan is to attract more people into God. So parang ano yung mga paraan para gagawin mo siya, and ano yung mga boundaries. So parang sa panahon ngayon, medyo dahil na-strengthen nga tayo ng Vatican II at marami na ngayon ng mga dati akala nila masyado silang makasalanan, hindi sila worthy, pero tinatawag sila ng Diyos, ng simbahan para pumasok na hindi ka na-judge. Parang, who am I to judge? Sabi nga ni Pope Francis, Kaya, marami sa atin na mas nagkakaroon ng relasyon sa Diyos kahit feeling nila hindi sila deserving. And through the example of Sister Venus, ay nagkakaroon sila ng parang pag-asa, lalo niya mga kababaihan na kahit once upon a time, ay nagkasala sila, naging biktima sila ng iba't ibang klase na karanasan, ay may pag-asa pa rin naghihintay at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah. Well, I remember that movie also, yung Sister Stella L.
Yeah. Oo, pwede. Activism naman.
Activism naman. Do you have any comments on that, Sister Venus? Marami naman. Yes, go ahead.
I did not yet see the movie.
Sorry.
Pero ano yan, sister, parang in other words, para siyang yung mga kamadrihan na sumasali sa pagiging outspoken against the government pagka meron silang comments about how the country is run, they give voice to the voiceless, sumasama sa mga demonstration. Ayan.
Okay. Yeah. For me naman is a respect to different charisms of the congregation.
Yun.
So some congregation, they really fight for the rights of the poor. So through giving voice to the poor who are really helpless to say their voices. So the sisters, since they know that they can reach out to different places, they can reach out to different people. So maybe they make use of that time. But I know for sure the sisters are not really into quarreling. No, they just maybe they just want to voice out and to let the public knows maybe what the people or what the poor people were feeling. So I guess for that.
Well, kasi parang they just want to convey also siguro yung as you were saying, sister, na syempre kanya-kanya rin parang vocation or whatever,
charism.
Charism, yun, charism. So that is allowed, allowed naman po yun.
Yeah.
Kasi madalas tayo nakakakita ng mga ganon din, Monch, diba? Pagka may mga protests, and, they go on the streets also and they voice out,
For us,
Oo.
for us, we cannot do that. For me, for us, we don't experience with that because for us is we experience our mission more with the silent surroundings with the lolas and praying and doing mission with the lolas.
Yeah. So kanya-kanya, like I go to Pink Sisters also, Sister Venus. Iba naman din sila, no? Like parang talagang they're really, parang, sa convent lang talaga sila. And sabi nga nila, very few that you can see them. Parang ganon. Oo. So more on really talagang spiritual. Di ba yung mga Pink Sisters, monks?
Yes.
Yun yata yung tinatawag na monks, ano? Yung mga mongha na hindi mo sila makikita na parang nandun lang sila sa convent.
Correct.
We are the contemplatives po. Two kinds of sisters. It's an active sisters, yung mga kami, yung mga nakikita sa streets.
Yes.
Active sisters, and the other one is the contemplative sisters. So we are more on prayer talaga dun sa monastery.
Yes.
So they devote their time on that.
Yeah. Alam mo, Vibs, yung parang tradisyon ng Pinoy na kahit panong araw ginagawa ito, pagka magpapa-event ka sa outdoor, tapos ayaw mo umulan, mag-alay ka ng itlog sa Santa Clara.
Carmelites. Parati ako doon. Oo. Parati ako sa Carmelites. I also like yung mga prayers and, to hear mass. And, you don't see them also.
Yeah, totoo.
At all. Minsan nga yung Pink Sisters, minsan, I try to make it a point, pagka minsan Holy Weekend, parang lumalabas sila, but they don't face you. Naka-face lang sila sa altar. You don't see their faces or anything like that, but you see them on the altar. And then they're, singing, praying, and stuff like that. But very, very seldom yun. I think they only do that parang Holy Week when I was able to see them, parang ganyan. Oo. Sabi nga nila very seldom daw that you really see them. Marami pa tayong Monch na gustong itanong kay Sister Venus.
Oo nga eh.
Paanohin natin yung mga kanilang next activities, yung mga programs nila, what would be the next, and also would like to ask also the sister yung kanyang, being an artist at the same time, kung meron siyang ginagawang mga paintings ngayon. O may mga series siya. So we'll come back, sister, after these reminders.
Thank you.
If you like listening to our stations, DZRJ 810 AM and RJFM 100.3, there's no excuse not to listen anywhere and wherever you want. Listen on your phone or computer anytime, anywhere in the world. Just download the app for free. How do you download? If you have an Android phone or tablet, go to Google Play Store. If you have an iPhone or iPad, go to Apple App Store. It's that simple. We have 3 streaming sites. Just type in TuneIn Radio or Radio Garden or Streama. That's STREEMA. Once the app is downloaded, type in and search for DZRJ. And now you can choose and enjoy DZRJ 810 AM and RJFM 100.3 anytime and anywhere. Hey, it's free.
Ako, si Felix Tambongko. Inaanyayahan ko po kayo na samahan ako sa programang The Observer, Pusong Minero. Dito lamang yan sa DZRJ 810 AM, ang Radyo Bandido TV.
Watch and listen to The Observer, Pusong Minero, every Saturday from 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. Airing on Sky Cable Channel 224 and on all DTT boxes. Simulcasting online on Facebook and YouTube. Listen and watch on your mobile devices. Just search DZRJ Radio Bandido.
Hi! Raul Virtudazo po ng UGM, Ugnayang Gobyerno at Mamamayan. Samahan niyo po ako at bibigay ko sa inyo ang mga balitang dapat alam niyo. At tatalakayin din natin ang mga issue na may kinalaman at may kabuluhan sa ating buhay. Dito lang sa DCRJ 8:10 AM Radyo Bandido TV.
Watch and listen to Ugnayang Gobyerno at Mamamayan, Monday to Friday except Tuesdays from 12 noon to 1 p.m. Airing on Sky Cable Channel 224 and on all DTT boxes. Simulcasting online on Facebook and YouTube. Listen and watch on your mobile devices. Just search DZRJ Radio Bandido.
And we are back dito po sa Chit Chat with Double V and Monj, do we have any shout out?
Yes, sa mga
Shout out na tayo dyan.
bago sa mga nakikinig sa atin, ang oras sa Pilipinas ay ganap ng 6:02 ng hapon. Shout out no, sa ating mga nanonood. Maraming salamat sa mga usual na nakikinig sa atin. Si Ferdy Oredina, Chester Austin Reyes at si Ber Platon at sa iba pang mga nanonood sa iba pang platforms kaya ng YouTube at sa nanonood sa atin sa cable at nakikinig sa radyo. Ayan, so kanina nga, no, Viv, nag-share si sister sa atin tungkol sa kanyang background at sa kanyang congregation at yung kanilang organization sa San Pedro. Ngayon, marami kasi, since this is our first time to feature a guest coming from the sisterhood and marami tayong natututunan sa kanya at marami din na-inspire, no, na para alamin ang kanilang to rediscover their faith and their service to others. Yes. And ang alam ko nga, Vivs, ay si sister ay nagpo-promote din ng mga artworks to encourage women, young women to enter the convent or enter the congregation. Paano po ba yung inyong activity dito, sister, sa inyong pag-call ng mga interested to enter your congregation?
I just make use of the time na why not use this paintings so to encourage young women na while doing the paintings, then we can talk about life na parang canvas lang din yun na while we are painting, it's always blank, no? Sometimes our life is so empty like this, but so ang ginagawa ko is I invite those young ladies to join with me while we are painting. So we also talk about life and then at the same time na-express din yung sarili nila. And hindi man sila magiging madre sa congregation namin, maybe they have also their different charism na naging charism din ng ibang congregation. So many times it happened na I refer them to another congregation.
I see. Oh, pero Monj, curious pa rin ako, no, yung dun sa ginagawa nga ni Sister Venus, yung how do you continue to grow and evolve as an artist, sister? I mean, yung mga specific techniques or practices na you engage in to enhance your skill, yung, expanding your artistic horizons, kung paano, ano ba yung, do you still go through trainings or parang yun sa'yo lang? What inspires you?
Sa akin naman, parang it continuously evolved na meron palang, kasi at first po, it's more on charcoal lang po ako.
I see.
Charcoal painting. Pero nung nakita ko, maganda pala sa oil. So, ganun. And then I tried the acrylic and then it so happened na yung nagpunta dito yung mga artists, I asked them because they have different fortes din. Yung mga artists ng United Women's Association, no? Artist Association of the Philippines. So nagpunta sila dito. Nakikita ko yung iba-ibang may watercolor, may mga ganun. So, parang feel ko dito. Din tinatanong ko sa kanila if you will use the acrylic, so pwede ba siyang patungan ng ganito. So, at least, nakukuha ko sa kanila kasi talagang magagaling naman din sila, no? So, through their help or minsan tinatanong ko through phone, ate, ano po ba yung dapat kong gawin para magkakulay ako ng ganito? So, they will ask me or they will tell me na ganito yung gagawin mo. So, yun po ang nangyayari. At the same time, kagustuhan ko rin.
So, wala talagang professional help, Sister Venus, like, a school or anything like that?
Yes po, mahal po mag-aral ng arts. And also, maybe I don't have time for that na. So,
Yeah.
Oo.
so yung passion ko na lang, personal.
Mm. And then, and ano kasi din, Viv, sister, ang mga artwork kasi is, 50% yung nakikita natin na output, and then the other 50% is kung sino yung gumawa. Kasi kung yung artist na gumagawa behind the artwork has a story to tell. For example, ayan, sister, of course, yung kanyang mga artwork ay may pinanggagalingan lahat. Meron siyang advocacy about women empowerment and among others. Meron ding iba na ang painting nila ay raise awareness about what they've been through. Like for example, merong artist na may breast cancer and she does paintings to raise awareness about breast cancer. So, yun, isa yun. So, may concept kumbaga yung kanyang artwork. And iba naman, may isang artist na ipininting niya yung progress ng kanyang Alzheimer disease, no? From a certain age hanggang sa siya ay talagang namatay. Kung yung itsura ng mga painting niya habang siya ay nagde-deteriorate sa kanyang sakit. So, lahat talaga ng mga painting, di ba, sister, may kwento behind it. Kaya, kahit yung mga training na sinasabi natin is to guide us, but ano yung kaluluwa ng ipininting mo? Yun talaga yung value ng artwork mo eh. And Viv, actually, si sister, hindi na siya nagpipaint. Nagpi-play din siya ng instrument, flute, gitara, violin.
Wow.
She also does broadcasting, di ba, sister? Can you tell us about this and ano ba yung mga parang mga interesting na kwento tungkol dito?
Actually, yung mga nangyari sa buhay ko, really, it's a God-given opportunity lang. It's not really planned, but it's the opportunity that really gave me for that chance. No, maybe God is giving me some way because I choose a different way, but God really make switch, no? So example, yung aking pag-aaral ng flute, no? I studied in Santa Isabel Conservatory of Music. So nag-study ako ng flute doon. But actually, it's not really a plan because ang gusto ko lang is I want to sing well. Kasi I'm really out of tune. So sabi ko, so ang ginamit ko naman to pay for my studies is yung proceed na aking painting. So may bumili ng painting ko, tamang-tama din sa tuition ng music na yon, yung music study. So sabi ko, nagpaalam muna ako sa aking community and then they agreed na also sa plan ko. Since I ano lang naman, twice a week, now going to Santa Isabel. So ang nangyari, actually, I really want to study voice lesson. Yun talaga sabi ko. Pero God didn't give it. Kasi after 2 sessions, may nangyari dun sa nag-tutor sa akin.
Okay.
So sabi nila, sister, hindi na po ma-refund yung binayad. Sabi ko, paano yun? Tapos sabi, sister, magpili ka lang ng another instrument na parang mas malapit sa puso mo. Sabi ko, sige, kasi I really like to play flute. So tamang-tama din yung aking sister-in-law, nagpadala ng flute. Sabi ko, sige, ano na lang, mag-aral na ako ng flute. So yun po, kaya nag-aral po ako ng flute. And then now, sabi ko, napaka-wild naman ang aking dream kasi I dream of producing some musical, like example album, and then just put all the parang instrumental music using the flute, with the piano accompaniment. Kasi yung kasama ko is she really know how to play piano. Sabi ko, i-ano natin, i-join natin para at least yung produce natin is makapagbigay inspiration sa tao. So yun, yung plano pa lang yun, wild dream lang po na.
Well, I'm sure yan, sister, matutuloy naman yan. Ano? I mean, knowing si Sister Venus, I mean, I'm sure. Pero gumagamit din kasi na dun sa yung introduction, Monj. So do you use social media tsaka yung mga digital platforms, Sister Venus, para dun sa to promote yung mga work niyo?
Yes. Actually, yung sa Radio Veritas Asia po naman is nagkataon lang na I visited my sister who yung congregation ko na madre, she was also in the broadcasting. So, pero ano naman, yung yung section nila, yung halimbawa yung kanilang dialect, yung kanilang language, so bumisita lang ako sa Radio Veritas. And then nahila lang po ako kasi I was waiting at the lobby. Ang sabi ng Filipino broadcaster, pwede ikong guest ko, parang gano'n. So nahila ako doon. At the same time, tinawagan na ako, can you do a 3-minute program for the Radio Veritas? Sabi ko, gano'n ba? Kaya talaga, really, just an opportunity only na hindi hiniling. Sabi ko, oo nga the best way talaga is God's ways. Kaya nag-volunteer po ako sa Radio Veritas as a parang guest broadcaster. So, nagkaroon po ako ng programa, yung Sister Venus para kay Jesus. And that's a 3-minute video program. Parang ano ko lang, yung reflection about the daily gospel.
And may ano ka doon, Sister, meron ka parang witty na parang title ba yun? Nonsense? Can you tell us more about it?
Oo, nonsense, yung parang walang kabuluhan, ano. It came to my mind, I think, when the pandemic started. So, nag-start yung pandemic, sabi ko, lahat ng mga tao nasa media ngayon, nasa social media. So, how can we reach out? We cannot go out. So, how can we do? So, yun ang ginawa ko is, I just tried to have a video since meron na akong background doon sa aking program sa Radio Veritas. Sabi ko ano nga ako, self-video. And then, I just tried to kung ano yung ginagawa sa nag-garden, yung mga ganon. And then, sabi ng sister ko, how about trying to give your, ano na lang, ituloy mo na yung pag-vlog mo kasi total nasa lockdown naman lahat. So, ganon. So, tinutuloy-tuloy ko na. And then, I edited the video. It's not really professional, but I just try to, parang ano lang siya, yung, kung ano lang yung magawa, nonsense nga po, but in UN naman yung nonsense ko.
Ang cute nga eh.
So yun po, ang contents doon is yung mga nag-garden, o nag-painting ako, or basta kung ano-ano lang nakita ako, no? And then, I also interviewed some people, so yung kanilang faith. In fact, I still have one na hindi man siya pwedeng maihalo dun sa nonsense. So, I have the faith talk. Faith talk. Okay. Sabi ko, so, yung mga bisita ditong pumupunta ay nagsishare sila about their faith. Sabi ko, how about trying to record it so that the other people will be inspired by their stories? So, in fact, nagawa ko yung faith talk. And then, kaso nahinto na rin kasi nga sa parang nabisi na rin. So, pero nandyan pa rin yung YouTube channel, Faith Talk at saka yung Nonsense.
I hope you continue with that, Sister Venus. I think it's a very good idea and concept, no? Yes. So, especially with the digital platform ngayon, di ba, Monj?
True. Tama, and tsaka Vibs, parang si Sister kasi parang para siyang package deal eh. Perfect siya for soft-med kasi she can talk, she can play instruments, she can paint, so very visual, and she can give good advice, and marami siyang mga proyekto na pinangungunahan na talaga naman ay nakakatulong sa ating kapwa. So, and tama-tama nga ang soft-med ay maging platform ng serbisyo na hindi lang talaga non-traditional yung approach. And and actually, Viv, si Sister Den, interestingly, kanina sa introduction ko, is she also belongs to the prestigious Catholic Mass Media Awards or 𝗖𝗵𝗶. Sabi niya ay siya ay isa sa mga nag-judge. Tama ba, Sister? And kumusta na po kayo dito sa 𝗖𝗵𝗶?
Actually, it's my 5th year with the 𝗖𝗵𝗶. So I'm assigned to be one of the judges in the music category of the 𝗖𝗵𝗶. So kami po yung nakikinig doon sa mga entries all over the Philippines. And then, so in fact, this coming November 23 will be the awarding ceremony ng 𝗖𝗵𝗶. Kaya sabi ko kay Sir Raymond, sabi ko, nagpasa po ba kayo sa naku, malaman nila to.
Tinatanong niya, Babes, kung meron daw ba ang ating istasyon na interested magpasa. Kasi they primarily give award and recognition to mass media. Di ba, Sister? Hindi lang sa TV, radio din, multi-platform siya, no?
Yes, print ads. So marami.
I think we're qualified naman, Monj. But Sister, kasi yun nga, medyo fascinated ako, Sister Venus, doon sa yung the digital platforms and yung social media broadcasting and all of that, no? Kasi I think paano na ba po ba ang population ng ating mga nuns? Ito ba ay nagde-diminish or dumadami po ba, or paano po ba ang awareness natin? Because I cannot see the world without nuns, kasi kumbaga, di ba, Monch, I mean, they're helping the society so much, yung dedications and commitment and all. Paano po ba ang population ngayon ng mga nagmamahal?
So it's sad to say, because the vocation is really declining. To be a sister is declining kasi parang maybe it's because of the opportunities that the young girls opted for.
Yes.
So ganun po ang nangyayari sa ngayon. So yung vocation is sometimes they are choosing what kind of life they want.
Yes.
But I know some is really called to be a sister, but they just resist it. So some young girls, they came back to us, sister, sana nakinig ako sa'yo.
Yeah.
Kasi ganito po nangyari sa aking buhay ngayon. So sometimes sabi ko, naku, we really pray, Lord, please let them, parang enlighten them, na sana mapakinggan ka man lang kahit saglit. Kasi syempre, pag nandoon na yung other way around, so parang magwala na, yung mga ganon. But the reality is our vocation is declining at this time.
And actually, Vibs, maraming mga inspirational stories sa ating mga kababayang madre, no? And one of which is yung mga madre sa Gaza, mga Pilipino yon na nag-aalaga ng mga kanilang least fortunate doon, mga Palestinians, na hindi sila sumama sa repatriation. Parang they chose to stay in Gaza. In service of the people they serve. Kahit alam nila na it's very risky at anytime ay pwede silang madamay sa gulong hindi naman sila kabilang. Kaya is an example of how dedicated, passionate, and sacrificial our the nuns in particular, no, kung anong klase service yung very selfless, devoted. Ni Sister kanina ay una talaga yung Diyos sa pagsisilbi sa kapwa, kinakalimutan na yung sarili. Ayan, so kaya parang nakakalungkot na medyo may mga challenges na hinaharap gaya ng declining population ng mga nuns. But tama ko, Vibs, I agree with you na I cannot imagine a world without nuns, because they're frontliners, they're essential part of our population.
Oo. I mean, well, yun na nga. So that's why, I commendable talaga kay Sister Venus that she does these things, especially with something about arts, no? Kasi parang that is a medium na talagang madaling makapenetrate, di ba? In terms of the society, because, everybody understand arts. And syempre, also you being in the broadcasting, and sana nga, Sister, tuloy mo yung sa YouTube at saka and probably a lot of people will be, I mean, young women, will really listen, di ba? Kasi kailangan lang nilang may mapakinggan. And sabi nga nung ako kasi, Monch, sa mga anak ko, ganun ako, yung bang kahit parang feeling ko na hindi sila nakikinig, salita lang ako ng salita lang ako salita. And then eventually, tapos paparemind nila, Mom, you told us ganito. Ha? Sabi ko, you were listening. Kala ko, hindi ka nakikinig. Parang ganon, di ba? And for you to be in that medium na so marami ka ma-reach out, Sister.
I hope, yeah.
Nagtaka ko ng trabaho si Sister.
Pero maganda ba yon? Sige, ituloy ko na nga siya.
Yes, please. No, because with all the, alam naman natin, sa digital world, talaga ang dami ng options. Ang dami na yan, ang dami yung mga TikTokers, yung mga nagsasayaw, yung mga ano. But then, very seldom that you see, parang mga spiritual, di ba, Monch? Papakinggan mo that you look up to and listen and mga ganyan. So, I think, Oh.
And actually, Vibs, kasi it helps popularize also her advocacy na, di ba,
Yes.
others may find uninteresting kasi masyadong preachy or masyadong out of her league, masyadong niche in other words. But through social media na very popular, nabibigyan ng broader platform ang kanyang mga messages, mas nako-convey niya effectively. And sister, marami din kasi sa ating
Around the world. Around the world.
around the world, ano?
Yes.
And marami din kasi yung mga in dire need of advice and counsel, especially if they're
Yes.
facing personal problems, whether it's a family, relationships, marriage, even faith, and they did look forward to the advice of people in authority, of people who are in better position to give counsel. Kaya kagaya ninyo, kagaya ng mga taong mas nakakaintindi at nakakaunawa, ay effective na magkaroon ng ganitong klaseng medium para maiparating, makatulong sa kapwa through social media. Ayan.
Oo. At marami may impart si Sister Venus because of all the talents that she has, you know. Marami. And then, of course, yung being an artistic, yung mga contributions, you know, and also that helps your support your causes at the same time, no. So, sana, sister, and hopefully makasama, maipasok mo yan sa iyong programa at to listen to you and give advices also, no, dun sa ating mga artists at the same time because you are also an artist.
True, oo.
Diba?
Yes, and actually pwede rin sa mga public service announcements, sa mga nawawalang lola, yung mga nangangailangan ng tulong, yung mga ganyan, di ba? So, panawagan. So,
gawa mo na ng script. Gawa na ng
bigla tayo nag-brainstorm, no?
Nag-brainstorm.
Parang nag-ano ako, no? Parang ganon. So maybe this is God's sign.
Yes.
Oo. True.
Yes.
Yeah.
Two of you look like my angels now.
Wow.
Thank you.
Para masabi yan na Sister Venus, di ba?
Oo nga eh.
Go ahead, Monj.
Correct. Hindi, sister, anong masasabi pala ninyo na itong si Pope Francis ay nagkaroon ng recently concluded synod on synodality? Hindi kasi parang marami kasing usap-usapan within the church na bumabatikos na masyado daw nagiging liberal ang ating simbahan. So in other words, meron mga certain doctrines or certain restrictions na medyo nagiging loose. For example, yung mga LGBT brethren natin ay hindi tinatanggap na at napag-uusapan na rin yung ordination about women. Kumbaga, before, that's totally taboo na pag-usapan. Pero ngayon, it's open. Parang, sige, let's talk about it sa mga parokya at sa mga dioceses. Although, meron pa rin mga conservative parts ng ating simbahan na hindi talaga bukas. So, nagkakaroon tuloy ngayon ng parang, yung parang, well, hindi naman conflict, pero parang friction within the Catholic Church. Especially nga ginawa yung synod na yon katatapos lang. Anong masasabi niyo doon, sister, bilang bahagi ng simbahan? Ito po.
Actually, ang habol naman po ni Pope Francis doon is not we just take everyone now as God's children, no matter who you are, no matter what was and what is your lifestyle. The important is yung pagkatao ko. So it doesn't mean that you are LGBT, you are like this and this. So meron kaagad barriers, no? Because God always looks into the heart, not into the status of every person. Mm-hmm. Because the status is always a choice, but being the children of God is not really our choice, but it's always God's choice. Mm-hmm. That we are all His children. So yun lang po yun. And then Pope Francis really is very respectful to the voices of other people. Kasi meron namang evolution of like ideas. So different ideas put together into one, that would be the voice of God. Yes po.
Ganda.
Yeah. Ang ganda, no? Kasi Vibs, di ba parang ang dami din kasi parang kumakwestiyon itong stance ng simbahan, bakit ito masyado nagiging liberal. So, yung mga conservative kasi, may pinanggagalingan sila na baka daw masira ng doktrina, masira yung purity ng Biblia, no? Pero may iba naman sinasabi, kaya nga marami umaalis maraming mga nagiging hindi na naniniwala at umaalis sa simbahan kasi they feel judged, they feel they don't belong. Pero sinasabi nga ni sister, parang God's love is universal. God's
Yes.
love is all-encompassing, and it never restricts anyone from coming to Him and experiencing His love. And pagka ganun kasi yung mensahe, mas bukas ka, mas lumalabas ka, pinupuntahan mo yung kapwa mo, mas natatouch siya at na-understand niya na yung pagmamahal ng Diyos ay talagang hindi siya parang nagja-judge. Para sa lahat yan at lahat tayo parang kasama, kabahagi nito.
It encompasses also that we are already in the 21st century.
Yes.
And, it's so dynamic. The world is really changing very fast. And at least our church are able to reach out to everyone, especially with Sister Venus here. And, thank you for guessing. Do you have any activities or any programs or anything?
Yes, to
Or are you
promote.
working on something in your artwork or anything like that you want to announce?
Ang aming pong institution, the Mary Mother of Mercy Home for the Elderly, is really open for everyone to visit and have an appointment with our lolas, with our, kasi alam naman natin na these are all abandoned. So through the visitors, they can feel also that they have another family. So more visitors, more family are coming, so they don't feel alone, they don't feel abandoned. And also for being an artist, it's not, for me naman, yung advice ko lang is just becoming normal with the like prioritizing the activities, like prioritizing really what is my mission. Kasi hindi naman pwedeng nakaupo ako and mag-paint the whole day, but I need to balance it with the work that is given to me. So the same with all the listeners, maybe whoever, whatever, or wherever you are, the importance yung balancing of everything.
Okay. Ang
Maganda.
dami natin natutunan, Monj.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's your first time also to have a guest sister, so it's an evolution.
Yes, sister.
Yeah.
Yes, sister.
Ayan,
Okay,
so
Monj.
for our final word, ako parang I just want to quote a beautiful story about Mother Teresa, who's already a saint now, no? Na once upon a time, meron siyang nakita na isang pulube na pasintabi sa mga kumakain, buhay pa siya pero inuud na siya. So, itong pulubi na ito ay binuhat niya, nilinis niya, tinanggal niya isa-isa yung uod, at binihisa niya, pinaliguan niya. Tapos yung matanda na pulubi sabi sa kanya, "Sister, parang akala ko walang Diyos, pero dahil sa'yo, may Diyos pala." And then she dies. So parang ang mensahe nito is, we can be God to others, we can bring God to other people and be His vessel of love para yung mga taong naliligaw at nawawalan talaga ng landas ay magkaroon ng pag-asa. Ayan. Thank you. Ikaw naman, Bibs.
Well, si Sister Venus kasi yung dedication niya as a nun, combined with yung artistic talents and the use of digital media is really inspiring. Na talagang the ability na to balance yung religious calling niya with her artistic pursuits is, a testament to her commitment and passion. And talagang fan na ako ni Sister Venus at looking forward for the YouTubes and sa kanyang mga digital platforms.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you for the encouragement.
And Monj?
Ayan, so yan, maraming salamat Sister Venus 𝗵𝗶 mula sa Congregation of the Sisters of St. Francis Xavier. Ayan, at mga kachichat, abangan niyo po ulit kami next Sunday, 5 p.m. dito lamang sa DZRJ Radyo Bandido for another insightful episode. Ito po si Raymond Diamzon, nagpapasalamat at bumabati ng mapagpalang gabi sa inyong lahat.
At ako naman po si Vivian Velez at lagi magsisilbi para magkatid ng kwentong kapupulutan ng aral, aliw at pag-asa para sa inyo, para sa sining at para sa bayan. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you po, Sister Venus, and stay safe and see you again next Sunday. Everyone, thank you.
Thank you. God bless.
The views and comments of the hosts and guests are not necessary.